a gentleman that came in. He was probably in his 30s, and he was legally blind and had lost his hearing over time.
What do you want to do after high school? This question stresses out every single teenager because the truth is, we can't make up our minds about what we're going to eat for breakfast, let alone a whole career.
But with applications around the corner, we need to do something about it. Join us every Thursday at 1, where we interview professionals in a variety of careers, so that one day we can answer this stressful question with confidence in our choices and ourselves. This is Career Hunt. Hey guys, so today's episode is going to be the last episode of Career Hunt. And to end our series, we're going to end it with the profession of audiology. So audiology is a branch of science that studies hearing, balance, and related disorders. We can think of audiologists as hearing doctors, but technically they are not because they don't have a medical degree. But they are healthcare professionals that specialize in identifying, diagnosing, treating, and monitoring disorders that are related to the auditory and vestibular system. So the average salary for an audiologist is around $72,000 per year, and to become an audiologist, it will take you around 6 to 7 years of schooling, because you have to have a master's degree in audiology to be able to work as an audiologist in Canada. So first you get your undergrad, which is 4 years, and then you get your master's degree, which is 2 to 3 years. So that's around 6 or 7 years. So that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview and our last episode of Career Hunt. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Sahar Zamo, and I was born and raised in London. I'm the eldest of 5 siblings. I'm married and I have a newborn daughter named Medina. So I'm an audiologist. What that is a clinician that tests and provides treatment for hearing impairments. So we test, anywhere from babies, children, adults. We test their hearing, and we determine if someone has normal hearing or some type of hearing loss. And then from there, we counsel patients and then introduce them to technology that may help them hear better, whether that's hearing aids or cochlear implants. And so that's where I'm currently at right now. I deal more with cochlear implants, which are devices for individuals with very severe to profound hearing loss. So that's.
So what led you to audiology? Why did you choose it?
I have 2 sisters younger than me that are hearing impaired. And I saw how all the healthcare professionals that were in their lives growing up helped them. And I was inspired by the impact that they had on my sister's lives and on our lives as a family, and how much my sisters improved. And so I wanted to be a part of that, particularly the audiologists. I accompanied to different appointments. I didn't understand what was happening, but I noticed that, subhanAllah, they were getting better with, treatment, with different equipment, with different devices, with different counseling, with different therapy. And so I knew I wanted to get into that type of field. And then I'm also from a science background, and, I like technology and whatnot. And so audiology brings that forward.
So, how was your university experience like? Was it hard?
I loved university.
Oh.
My university experience. It was so much fun. I made friendships that I still have today. You really grow as an individual. I started off in science, and particularly I was going down the road of physiology, medical sciences, and then I took some business electives, and I really liked business. So then I switched into a double major, and so I did business management and I
Oh, wow.
did biology. And then I said, no, I'm not done. So I went back and I finished my biology degree because I had so many courses in biology. And then I continued on to do my master's in audiology. But for anybody that's going into university or is currently in university, the feeling of being lost and not knowing what you're doing, or where your career path is going to lead you, that's very normal. It's part of the process. But yeah, aside from being lost career wise and the struggles of like studying for exams and whatnot, the social and the growing aspect of university was amazing.
Okay. For the next question, I'm gonna give you a couple of prompts, and you're gonna say if this job fits this person or not. If your
Okay.
job, like it. Okay. Okay. Someone who wants to be a leader.
Yes,
Yes. Okay. Someone who wants to have a generous amount of free time.
I would say so. The nice thing about audiology is that you don't take anything home with you usually. You can't take the sound home with you, you can't take your patients home with you, and a lot of your reports you finish at work. So yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Someone who wants to work with others. I think that's a definite yes.
Oh, absolutely. Whether it's patients or coworkers, colleagues, other healthcare professionals, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Someone who wants to have a stable income. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Someone who wants to travel.
It's possible. Yeah. Yeah.
It-
Uh, and interestingly, there are some audiologists that do travel, s- work for a manufacturer of a hearing aid or another type of device. You can actually be the representative that travels from city to city or province to province. And
Represent their product.
yeah, and it's really interesting. So you definitely could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Someone who wants to get a job easily with their degree.
Yeah. I remember when I was graduating, I think Western had a 99% employment rate right after your program.
Wow.
So yeah, everyone at that time was getting a job right afterwards. So yeah,
Okay. Okay. Someone who wants to start a family early.
I would say so. Yeah. I think with that one, um, as long as you can manage your time and, make time for your family, make time for work, I think you can.
Okay. Someone who wants to make a difference in the world.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just seeing some of the patients that we deal with are, infants that were born without any hearing, and after they do surgery and we activate their device, they're hearing for the first time, and it's absolutely amazing. Like it's profound. We also have adults that out of the blue, they just wake up one day and they've lost their hearing. And obviously, they come to us in a panic. And after surgery, a lot of times, we activate their device and all of a sudden they can hear again. And it's very, very rewarding. And honestly, it reminds me why I got into the field of audiology.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you guys work in developing devices or no? Do you just help patients?
We use devices that are developed by manufacturers and we provide them to the patient. So where I work specifically, we deal with a couple different types of brands, but it's
Mhm.
all the same type of device. It's a cochlear implant. And basically, the surgeon will do the surgery, and after the patient has healed, we connect, we hook up their equipment, and then we follow them over the years with helping them to get accommodated with the equipment and adjust to the equipment. And then if they need any issue, if they have any issues, they need any adjustments, we help them along the way. So we're not actually, manufacturing or developing the equipment. We're using the equipment that is manufactured and developed, and has years and years and lots of money into research and development into that. Use that to connect it with the patient.
So, what do you love most about your job?
I love connecting with the patients. I love meeting new patients. I love helping them out, and I love just that sense of satisfaction and the rewarding feeling that I get after I've supported and helped my patients.
Okay. So, what skills do you need to possess to become a very successful audiologist?
Oh, that's a good question. So I feel like you need technical skills because, like I was mentioning, you have to deal with a lot of equipment. Um, so, equipment with testing the patients, but then also equipment with helping them to hear. So, whether they're hearing aids or cochlear implants, you have to be able to troubleshoot the equipment if it's broken or if it's not working well. You have to also connect it to software to make sure that you're programming it well. You also have to be very empathetic and have to have good communication skills because you're dealing with a lot of different people, you're dealing with a lot of different types of patients, and you have to really empathize with them. It's no use being a clinician or a healthcare provider if you don't communicate well with your patients, or if you're very rigid, or if you're very rude or something like that. And then, like I mentioned before, because you're dealing with so many different types of people and so many different types of healthcare professionals, have to be able to communicate very well so that you are providing the best patient care for your patients.
Okay. Is there a patient who affected you emotionally? Is there like a case that you remember?
There are so many cases. One case in particular was a gentleman that came in. He was probably in his 30s, I would say, so not that much older than I am. And he was legally blind and had lost his hearing over time. So he had come in, he can't see, he can't hear, and he came in, he qualified for the cochlear implant, and we implanted him in one ear, and he did amazing with that one ear. So his hearing compensated for his vision, and he was doing so well that he actually came back and he got his other ear implanted. So this is like best case scenario. Now he's able to hear with his devices on both sides, and it was just amazing to share that experience with him, to share it with his family, and just to be able to help him in that road to better hearing, which obviously improves your standard of living. It improves your
Advice for people considering audiology.
So the advice that I would give to anybody applying for audiology is to have as many hours as they can in observership. So to shadow an audiologist as much as they can. When I was applying, I think the minimum was to have 14 hours of shadowing, but I would recommend to double, triple, quadruple that amount. And because audiologists can work in different practices, whether it's in a hospital or at a school board or in private clinic, I'd recommend to see audiologists at work in all those different settings as much as possible. I know with COVID it's hard, and it's hard, but if as much as possible to connect an existing audiologist and see what they're doing in their day-to-day life, that would be the most beneficial, I would say.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And comment down below if you think this job is a good fit for you.
And if it's not, comment down below which one you'd like us to do next time.
See you next time.
Bye!